Thank you very much, Alex. Welcome out to Arlington Heights today. A beautiful fall afternoon, not a cloud in the sky, and it is a big day for the University of St. Francis football team. It's already been a heck of a season, Dave. These guys have been phenomenal. A 5-2 record. They went on a 5-game conference winning streak, which hasn't happened in a very long time. As a matter of fact, if they happen to go on and win this game, well, they've never won 6 conference games consecutively. So this team this year, who I think probably if you think about what we thought this season would be at the beginning of the year, it's kind of a surprise. I would say kind of came out of nowhere here, and that's going to happen if you have a freshman quarterback doing what Sam Tumulty's doing.
Yeah, I mean, Sam's been incredible all season long, especially the last 4 or 5 weeks since we started the conference season. You know, and that's just an evolution of the offense. And the thing that, like you said, that's amazing is the fact that these guys, right after preseason training, had to sit down for 2 weeks because of COVID, and then to come back, play 2 weeks later, restart the season against the number 9 ranked team in the nation. And really, that started to open some eyes because some people thought, you know, the way Marion's been over the past few years, but the defense started strong, and they have played well ever since.
They have the defense. The running attack for St. Francis is one of the best in the country for sure. And there's lots of different things you can point at. When you go 5-0 in the conference like that, there's lots of different things that have to go right for you. One of those things is health. They've been incredibly healthy. I know Liam Eldridge is unable to go today. He suffered a knee injury last week, unable to play. Parade Barberin, I believe, will dress today, but probably won't see heavy minutes. He's still nursing a bit of an ankle, but the players who have been racking up most of these yards have remained relatively healthy, and the defensive side of the ball has remained very, very healthy. And you got to give a lot of credit to the training staff and the conditioning staff at St. Francis for keeping these guys ready to play week in and week out.
Yeah, and especially in the backfield for the Saints. You know, there was Wendell Newton to start the year, and then he suffered the concussion. And then Parade Barberin came in and did some great things. And then when Parade got hurt a couple weeks ago, James Zillinger, a true freshman out of Joliet West, comes up and has a big second half in a big victory for the Saints.
Absolutely, and when you take a look at the Roosevelt Lakers, they all kind of run through, offensively anyway, a Joliet product, right in our own backyard down in Joliet. Rayvon Johnson, he's a JCA guy. We'll talk more about him as we go, but right now it's time for the National Anthem here at Morris Field in Arlington Heights.
This is our National Anthem. And now please remain standing for the RU Lakers fight.
And to just put this into a little bit of perspective here as well, Dave, as far as historically what this means for the program for St. Francis and what they're doing and what hasn't been done yet before. They are ranked number 21 right now, and especially with the conference streak that they have been on. It's been such a long time since they've won a 5-game winning streak. It's been 6 years. It's been since 2015, that great team back in 2015, since they rattled up 5. But if they can win today, this team, the St. Francis Saints, has never won 6 conference games in a row, especially even those 2010, 2011 programs. They've won 5 in a row, but they've always suffered a loss somewhere around down the line. So having to win this game, not only does it, put 6 conference wins in your pocket consecutively, but it's going to win you a share of the MSFA Midwest as well. And with a game against St. X coming up, that's a pretty big deal. Some hardware going up in the halls of the Sullivan Center, never a bad idea.
No, not at all, especially today. It's been a big day, and it's another opportunity today to have at least a share of the Mid-States Football Association Midwest League title. We've already put 4 championships on the board, and that was before noon today. 2 team titles with the men's and women's cross country winning the CCAC meet down in Bourbonnais this morning. And then Omar Paramo and Sabrina Baftiri also coming away with the individual titles for the Saints, 2 local products.
Yep, it's been a heck of not only a day today, but a heck of a season. This whole fall sports season.
Every Saturday's been incredible. And just moments ago, the women's basketball team knocked off St. Francis, Indiana, 68-65. So 2 games left, and then we can't forget last night's big upset of the women's soccer program against top-seeded Judson University. It ended in a 0-0 tie, and St. Francis wins on penalty kicks. They were a perfect 6 for 6 on penalty kicks, and Judson was 5 for 6. And so the Saints advance to the semifinal round, and that'll be Tuesday at St. Ambrose University. But other than that, good things. Tonight we've got Governor State and St. Francis playing for the CCAC tournament. Men's soccer side, that'll be quarterfinal round action at 7:30. And then again right here at Morris Field, the start of the contest just moments away. Exactly 1 minute to play. The 2 teams are on the field, and they have done the coin toss. The Saints are electing to receive, and they will take it from the north end. So they will be going into the sun as the sun is setting to this to the south side, but the Saints will have it to start the contest, looking for the victory. St. Francis on the season, 5-2 overall, 5-0 in the conference. And Robert Morris.
Yeah, Robert Morris at 4-4. They are 3-2 in the MSFA. The thing about Robert Morris is, too, that they did suffer 2 forfeit injuries due to some COVID concerns earlier in the year. So if you take those games just off the schedule completely, they're 4-2 and 3-1 in the conference. Their lone loss coming to St. Xavier a little bit earlier in the year. But we do have to give a special shout-out to Coach Joe Curry, too, because with last week's win, he became the winningest head football coach in St. Francis history, his 49th win, which surpasses the 48 won by Gordy Gillespie so many years ago. I know that was a pretty big accomplishment for a guy who's been in this program for the last 20 years, as Coach Joe Curry has. St. Francis on the field. They are wearing their traveling white pants, white uniforms, brown numbers, white helmets with the Bernie logo on the side. And Roosevelt, their home green uniforms, forest green tops, black pants, and gray helmets here at Morris Field. Still rocking the old Eagle logo at center field. Of course, a few years ago, Robert Morris and Roosevelt University combined and into the under the Roosevelt banner. So still making some of the logistical changes in that regard, but they got a pretty good football team, especially that running game. Can St. Francis tackle is going to be the name of the game defensively. They got a couple backs who can really put some yardage up on the board. Of course, we talked about Rayvon Johnson, but you also got to keep an eye on number 20, Tyler Tenner, who averages just a shade under 10 yards per carry through 43 carries in 6 games, which is incredible. He is a load to take down. So the St. Francis linebackers and secondary are definitely going to have their work cut out for them if they're going to run it to number 20. Another question, too, Dave. Last week, Rayvon Johnson didn't play past the second quarter. The only stories I read were produced by Roosevelt, so I'm sure they weren't going to put that out there in case he was injured. So we'll see if number 6 does take the field when the offense comes on for the Lakers. Back deep to return, Jermaine Ross and Scott Tumulty. Scott Tumulty credited with a fumble return touchdown last week, his first touchdown of the season. Had, I believe, 5 touchdowns defensively in special teams last year. Low kick. It's going to hop at about the 23. We're underway. Jermaine Ross will field it at the 15. Back to the middle of the field goes number 7. And here come the big hitting Lakers to put them down at about the 20, a 5-yard return. We're underway here in Arlington Heights. St. Francis looking for a share of the MSFA Midwest title if they can come away with a W today.
Perfect field conditions today, or temperatures for this afternoon's contest. 61 degrees, winds out of the south at 12 miles an hour. Not a cloud in the sky, Nick, and sunset about 5:39. So you're going to be playing maybe a little bit under the lights. Depends how quickly this game goes. Last week was about a 3-hour game, but about the 3 or 4 previous games to that, all like 3 hours or 2 hours and 25 minutes.
Sam Tumulty behind the offensive line for St. Francis, the 2-time MSFA Player of the Week, and they're going to keep it on the ground. First run is going to Wendell Newton. He'll pick up just a pair. And you can tell, Dave, Roosevelt has come to play today. Big hitting already early on.
Well, and you got a bunch of guys who are on the field that are seniors for the black and green, so they always want to play big on their senior day. Here's a pass attempt to the right side, and believe it was Daniel Getch who couldn't keep his fingers on it, and it'll go for an incompletion. And the Saints very quickly, a 3rd and 10 situation.
And offensively, the note, Liam Eldridge unable to go today with an ACL. So St. Francis down a weapon on the outside, but they got 4 wide receivers on the field right now here on 3rd and 10. Sam Tumulty in the shotgun. Wendell on his left hip. It's a designed run for Sam, looking for some help. Breaks 1 tackle, and that's what he does. Cuts it upfield. First down for
the
Saints. And more. Tumulty cuts it back to the right. Shoulder down at the 42-yard line. It is a 20-yard run by Sam Tumulty to move the chains for St. Francis, and we've seen it all year. Do not be surprised to see Sam Tumulty make something out of nothing.
The net yardage was 20. The gross yardage was 35 to 40.
Yes, sir.
He went all the way to the left, which is the far sideline where St. Francis is at, and then cut all the way to the near sideline before he was stopped at the St. Francis 42, 1st and 10 for the Saints.
To throw is Tumulty from the pocket, out right side. Underneath it was Rayvon Johnson, but it was a trap, not a catch, incomplete on the Roosevelt 45-yard line. 2nd and 10 for the Saints.
Saints wearing their all whites with brown numerals and brown shoulder toppings, and of course the bones on the sides.
Here's the play. It's a sweep right side up to about the 45-yard line. Trenton Perry takes it out of his tight end spot. He picks up, we'll give him 4 yards to the 46-yard line. 3rd down situation again, 2nd, 3rd down of this opening drive for St. Francis.
Yeah, and I was mistaken. It was Trenton Perry who dropped that ball earlier, not Daniel Getch. So Trenton Perry very much into the offense here in the early going. A couple plays, a pass attempt, and now a running play that picks up 3 yards.
Tumulty in the gun. He's got Newton on his right hip. 3 wideouts left, 1 right is Johnson. Draw play. Sam looking for more yardage past the 50. Falling forward, going to be close to a 1st down. It's going to depend on the spot, but it looks pretty good. It is. Chains move for the Saints for the 2nd time on this opening drive into Roosevelt territory for the 1st time.
So 2 first downs for the Saints, and they are now in Roosevelt territory at the Roosevelt 47-yard line, just underway, 2 minutes into the contest. Of course, no score. The Saints on the march.
Here's Tumulty in the gun again. Takes the snap. Play action. They're going to throw right side. That one, not enough juice on that one to Rayvon Johnson. It falls incomplete, 2nd down.
Nick, really haven't seen this much on 1st down where you're passing a lot. And it's really, I want to say, set the Saints back a little bit because we've seen 2nd and 4 situations, 2nd and 5 because of the running plays. But that hasn't stalled the drive thus far, as we've gotten 2 big pickups from Sam Tumulty of 20 and 8 yards.
Again, he keeps it, trying to go between the tackles, this Tumulty, but no room. They faked it on the jet sweep to Perry, but he's going to lose a yard, as a matter of fact. It brings up 2nd down. Make it.
It should be
third,
third
right?
down.
Yep.
Yeah, 3rd down.
Third down and 11 for the Saints. Their third down already here in this opening possession. Wendell Newton, the starting running back. He's on the right hip of Tumulty. 4 wide receivers. Ball right hash just over the 50-yard line in Roosevelt territory. Showing some blitz from Sam's left. They're going to bring extra pressure. Picked up nicely. The pass will go incomplete. A lot of contact behind the line, but no flag coming out. It's going to be a punt situation for St. Francis. Roosevelt's defense holds right around midfield, and they'll get the ball.
Well, we've seen Sam really have some good high percentage passes, especially over the past 3 to 4 weeks. But so far today, 0 for 4 passing.
Brian Midday on to punt this one away. Griffin and Bell to return it. Punt is away. Angled right wobbler. Yeah, not the best effort that time by Brian. We've seen Brian boom some 60-yarders in his day. That one off the side of his right foot. And it's going to depend on the spot. They're going to give Roosevelt some real good position. They're going to mark it at the 40-yard line. Brian capable of putting that one inside the 15, but this one is going to start at the 40. And we were trying to figure out who the starting running back is going to be. It's not Rayvon Johnson. No, it's going to be Tyler Tenner, the freshman out of Racine, Wisconsin. 9.8 yards per touch for Tenner. Tackle that man. Snap to Sheehan. Give to Tenner. Looking for a hole. Scott Tumulty among some Saints to bring him down at about the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Well, he's got similar size to Sam Tumulty for the Saints.
He runs hard, though. And you'd see him one time. He's 5'9", 206.
Yeah, obviously a little bit bigger in the weight-wise, and that makes it even tougher sometimes to bring a guy down like that when he's so low to the ground, which both Sam and Scott, as we've talked about in previous broadcasts, keeping it low, it makes it difficult to tackle them.
Give again to Tenner. Behind the left guard. He's wrapped up at the 45, just 1 yard available that time for Tenner, getting off at the bottom of the pile. Number 51, the middle linebacker for St. Francis, Chris Johnson, who has had a heck of a season. The leading tackler for the Saints with 57, now 58. 6.5 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, has an interception, a one-handed pick a few weeks ago, along with a forced fumble. Chris Johnson,
he's
the all-star middle linebacker.
He's had a great season, and Cam Holmen on that tackle as well has really come up strong against the run this season.
3 linemen, 3 linebackers in the 3-3 stack for St. Francis. The quarterback, Jack Sheehan, a senior, look to throw this time across the middle of the field. It is complete for a first down. Big hit at the 44-yard line. Moves the chains, and it goes to Sheehan's number 1 target, Blaze Griffin, the junior out of Salt Fork High School in Seidel, Illinois. 29 catches, now over 490 yards and 5 touchdowns for Blaze Griffin. As a matter of fact, if you remember last game against Roosevelt for St. Francis, all 5 touchdowns for the Lakers were from Sheehan to Griffin.
Yep. Sheehan did a nice job of finding his receiver that time. He was in between 3 different defenders.
Looking deep, looking for the home run ball, and it's about 5 yards, incomplete. They were testing Angel Mata there, looking for Jaden McFadden in the end zone, but it was a bit overthrown and incomplete. I would have liked Mata on that. If that was a catchable ball, that would have been a battle for it, because Angel Mata has had his hands on a lot of passes this year.
Yeah, that's been really one of the strengths defensively among many for the Saints, is that defensive backfield. They have denied, they have broken up passes. Angel Mata with interceptions. Jalen Cooper last week with the big interception at the goal line to preserve the victory for the Saints. And a big 2nd and 10 play here now for Roosevelt.
See if the Saints bring some extra pressure. They don't. They run it inside. It's Tenner, and another 10 yards plus for Tyler Tenner. And he is just dragging. He is dragging Saints all the way past.
Get him down.
It is still the pile. The rugby scrum is still moving to the 20-yard line. It is a 24-yard carry, and about 20 of those are after contact.
I've never seen a play like that, Nick, and you described it perfectly. That was a rugby play, and again, you know, you had Saints on top, gathering. This guy has such strong, powerful legs that he's not going to go down. You got to take out his legs if you're going to have success in stopping Tenor.
First down at the St. 23. We said before the game started, you got to tackle number 20. And we're seeing why he's at the top of the nation in yards per carry. Sheehan under center this time. They're going to put a man in motion left to right. They're going to give it right to Tenor. Why wouldn't you?
There
Cut
you go.
up and down he
There
goes.
you go.
He was taken down by the safety coming in, Jalen Cooper, to make the stop. Only a yard there.
That's exactly what you got to do. Jalen Cooper just got below where Tenor was, took out his legs, and you can't go anywhere when you don't have your legs and you're running back, Nick.
I give him 2 yards up to the 21-yard line. 9 minutes to go, first quarter. St. Francis ended their first possession with a punt, and we're watching the first march down the field here for the Lakers. Second down. Tight end goes to the right side of the line. Ball left hash for Sheehan and the Lakers. Play action. They go to Tenor. Hit behind the line, and down he goes for the Saints up to the 21, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage on the defensive line. It was Ryan King and Cam Holmen with the stop. Brings up third down and 9. Field goal kicking, if it does come to this, if the Saints can get a stop here. Roosevelt, not the strongest field goal kicking team, but this is important. We talked about Tyler Tenor. He's been ripping off long runs all game, and he had to limp off the field just now.
Yeah, looks like it might be a knee.
Oh. Yeah, Tenor limping off. Not great news for the Lakers. He has been an all-star, just a freshman. And they're going to go with a big man in the backfield, the tight end, Billy Winfrey, and they're going to throw. Flag comes out. They're going to stop the play. It's going to be a procedural penalty on Roosevelt. I think they were a little confused with their running back going out like, okay, now what? And they did not bring a running back onto the field to fill his spot.
They brought in, see who it was Billy Winfrey, tight end.
A sophomore from Wheaton Warrenville South lined up in the offensive backfield. The 5-yard penalty will make this 3rd and 14 now at the St. 26. Here's Sheehan in the shotgun. 3 wideouts are right. Running back to his left is actually at the tight end, Winfrey. There's the snap. He's just in the block. Sheehan fires to the right sideline over his intended receiver's head and incomplete. He was looking for McFadden again, but it's going to be 4th down and a field goal situation if they feel comfortable kicking it here with 7:52 to go in the first quarter.
Winds coming out of the south, as we mentioned, at about 12 miles an hour. You've got a 43-yard field goal attempt right here.
And stepping up is Omar Beltran. He's only 1 for 5. He's hit from 37.
Yeah,
so this will be a long one for the season for him, but he's got a very stiff breeze at his back, so distance probably not going to be an issue. It's going to be, can he keep it between the uprights? Snap's good, holds down, kick is long enough, but it is wide left, and no score. Saints will go with a punt on their first possession, and the Lakers with a missed 43-yard field goal with 7:52 to go. Bullet dodged here for the Saints early on.
Yeah, again, you know, the Saints learned that you can't bring Tenor down from the top. You got to go bottom up, and that's what they did on that last series, getting him 1 yard and then no yards, and then he came out in the penalty. Been trying to look for him on the sideline. I did not see any of the trainers go over to him. It was almost like he was just walking it off. Now he's down on the medical table, and he's working with one of the trainers, and I believe they're looking at his left knee. Nonetheless, the Saints will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Sam Tumblety in that shotgun. Wendell Newton right, hit 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. There's the snap to Sam. Quick out to Getch. It is caught, but his momentum carried him out of bounds right near the 30. Minimal gain of about 3 or 4 yards for the Saints on the play.
Again, interesting offensive philosophy for the Saints on 1st down. Every time they've had a play on 1st down, they've gone to the pass. So obviously they've seen something in the film that they feel that they can take advantage of on 1st down. They got 3 yards on that play, and that's the first completion for Sam Tumulty.
Saints throwing. It's complete to Rayvon as he lunges forward past the 35. That'll be enough for the first down for the Saints.
How about that by Rayvon Johnson? You know, that's a veteran wide receiver. As he was getting tackled, he was looking down that far sideline to see where the first down marker was, and then, like you said, lunged forward to make sure that he got the first down, and that's exactly what he did. Third first down of the afternoon for the Saints.
They're up to their 36-yard line. They're going to keep it on the ground this time. Wendell stretching it left, looking to cut it, makes one man miss. He'll pick up about 5 yards on the first down carry for the freshman from New Orleans.
Actually,
this is going to be a quick game, Coach. Teams that, well, I guess we're not exactly sure yet. It depends if Tenner comes back, the running back for Roosevelt, if they want to continue with their ground game. But we got some very good running backs on the field tonight, this afternoon. So
first carry for Wendell Newton, and he picks up 6 on the play. 2nd and 4, 6:29 left to play in the first quarter. No score between the Saints and the Roosevelt Lakers.
Sam designed run for the quarterback for Tumulty, but no room inside. Only a yard to be had for Tumulty up to the 44-yard line.
That's one of the things that we saw early on in the season. The Saints could not get anything going right up the middle between the two guard positions. And so far, Roosevelt has done a very good job of keeping that tight and limiting Sam when he runs straight up through the center spot.
Third down and 4 for the Saints. Blitz being shown by the Lakers. They're going to bring a few extra. Picked up by the Saints. Sam throwing, but it's batted at the line and falls harmlessly. Incomplete at the 45-yard line. A dangerous play, but it brings up 4th down again. Brian Bidet will get his second opportunity to punt it away with 5:43 to go in the first.
So the Saints 2 for 4 now on 3rd down and have missed on their last 2 opportunities here. Tell you, this Roosevelt Laker defense looks tough so far.
Bell and Griffin back to return for the Lakers. They're standing at their own 30 and 20-yard lines. Madej, this one in the air, but it hung up in the wind. And again, this one will bounce backward at about the 40. Again, short field position for the Lakers after a short punt by Madej.
Yeah, it almost looked like Madej was kicking away from the return men, but again, turned it too much, and it came to the sideline. That would have been a perfect one on the first one, got him inside the 20-yard line. But again, Roosevelt will start with good field position at their own 40-yard line as they start their second drive at exactly the same spot as their first drive.
Looks like Tyler Tenner back on the field for the Lakers. Great news for them, not so great news for St. Francis. Sheen will be under center. They're going to have trips tight to the line right side. They're going to stretch it out to Tenner. His shoulder down, and there's a bunch of Saints at the line of scrimmage to meet him. No gain for Tenner and the Lakers. 2nd down. Scott Tumulty, among others, getting up from the bottom of the pile. We'll give a half a tackle to Mike Whitney as well, the sophomore from Charlotte, Michigan.
I would like to see Scott and Tenner just do like an arm wrestling, huh? They're both about
the
same
Oklahoma
size.
Trail, man, huh? That'd be fun.
Yeah.
2nd down, and looks like they gave him about a half a yard there. 2nd down and 9, we'll call it. Trips to the left, one receiver tight right. Motion goes to the right side for Sheehan in the shotgun this time. He's going to take a 3-step drop, fire right side, and that one is overthrown as well, incomplete. Sheehan a bit inaccurate to start the game.
Yeah, he had the nice completion on the first down play, and since then has had 3 incompletions and has misfired pretty decently on each of the last 3 attempts.
Sheehan, a very good pass with the football, 55%, 1,200 yards this season, a 14-3 touchdown to interception ratio. Has about 202 yards per game through the air, 194 for the Lakers on the ground. Very balanced offensive attack. It's 3rd down and a long 9 for Roosevelt at their own 41-yard line. Sheehan gives it to Tenner. He's wrapped up. Down goes Tenner behind the line of scrimmage. Whitney one more time behind the line. That is his 4th and a half tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Great tackle around the legs. That brings up a 4th and 12 And the punt unit on for the Lakers. Another great stop by this St. Francis defense.
Now this will be an interesting punt. It'll be the first time that Roosevelt is punting, and Scott Tumulty looking directly into that sun, which is, starting to set. It's about 3:30 here, and that's a tough time if you're a punt returner right now. And Scott's got to be very careful.
Good snap back to the punter. It is on the way, and it's a boomer with the wind behind him. That's going to bounce at the 22, but Scott's got enough room to return this one up the far sideline. Cuts it back, but he put his foot on the sideline at the 22-yard line, and his younger brother will come out with the offense.
Well, the field position game has been pretty much steady. Saints started at their own 21, their own 26, and now their own 22. And as we just mentioned, Roosevelt has started at its own 40 each of its 2 times, and not much going. The Saints have 3 first downs. Believe Robert Morris has 1.
Sam takes the shotgun. It's going to be a quarterback run. Left side past the numbers, and he'll pick up a first down, a pickup of 11 for Sam Tumulty, one of the best in the nation at running the football.
First time on first down we've seen the Saints run the ball. It was that quick draw that we're so used to seeing now with Sam Tumulty. Went to the left side, which was really across the grain from where all the receivers were. There were 3 wide receivers, 1 man in the backfield, and Sam took off to the left, picks up 12 yards.
First down for Tumulty. Lakers will rush 4. Sam's going to roll right, checks it down to Getch at the 31-yard line, and he's chopped down at the 35. He can only get back to the original line of scrimmage. Second down coming up. Great pressure in the backfield by the Lakers on the blitz.
Saints have yet to go deep on a pass. It's all been really short plays. Receivers, between running backs and receivers out of the backfield, the only 2 were to Rayvon Johnson, and those were just 5-yard quick hitters that Sam came up short on.
4 wide receivers, 3 left, 1 right here for the Saints on second down and 9 at the 35. There's the snap back to Sam. He's going to step up in the pocket, lob it for Rayvon, and there should be a flag there because that cornerback did not look back for the football, but oh wow, no flag comes out. With what could they say? Not a.
You know what that play looked like, to be honest with you?
Looked like a pass interference to me.
It looked like a point guard trying to go to his forward on an alley-oop, didn't it?
It did. It was not very far, but he kind of lobbed it up there for Rayvon, but Rayvon never had a chance because the corner never even looked for the ball and just kept his hands on him.
And Rayvon's got about 4 inches on the cornerback
and he's single covered with no safety behind him. Keep an eye out here. Here's Sam going long for Rayvon down the right sideline. It is picked off, underthrown and picked off. What a play by Julian Bell. His 4th interception of the season for Bell, and the Lakers will take it back. Underthrown, and I think the wind had a lot to do with that ball. He threw into the teeth of a pretty stiff breeze, and it held up just enough for the DB Bell to make a play. That's the first time we've really seen this season them go to Rayvon Johnson. .228 to go here, first quarter, first turnover of the game in favor of the Lakers. They'll take it back at their own 33-yard line.
Saints really struggling with their passing game today, Nick. I think, what do we have? Just 2 completions, an interception thus far, and the Saints have really tried to work that passing game into today's plan of attack.
Well, I think they're going to be a little more successful in the even-numbered quarters when they're going with the wind. Tenner's a single back. Sheehan is going to be under center. 2 wide receivers on each side and 2 wing backs. Left side moves to the right now. There's the snap and the give to Tenner. He's going to go right side behind those tight ends. Shifty running. A big pickup by Tenner up to the 48-yard line. That is a pickup of 14 yards to move the chains. And you can see why he is not near the top. He is at the top of the NAIA charts for yards per carry. He's over 10 now with the runs that we've seen today. an unbelievably strong runner, Tyler Tenner.
Yeah, this is going to be Tyler Tenner against Sam Tumulty, I think, today.
Yes, it is. Might be Tenner against Scott Tumulty today. First down for the Lakers at their own 48-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Sheehan under center again. Fakes to Tenner. They're going to go sweep left side. With the carry is McFadden.
Oh, fumble!
Ball's on the ground. The Saints are there to pick it up in midfield. And it was again Jalen Cooper to knock it away? Or are you saying Angel Mata?
No, it was Scott Tumulty on the tackle. And as strong as he hit him, it just knocked the ball free. He never touched the ball because Scott just came down low, took out his knees, and Ryan was there to make the fumble recovery for the Saints.
The second fumble for Tenner this year. Both of them have gone to the opposition. The Saints will take over in their best field position at the 50-yard line.
Ryan King on the fumble recovery.
What a if you like defense, this game has been fantastic. Sam Tumulty, quarterback design run, but he was hit at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go for Sam on that run. Credit the nose tackle Malik Barbie, the sophomore from Decatur, with the stop. Second down and 10 for the Saints at midfield.
One thing we haven't seen much today, which we saw so much last week against Olivet Nazarene, was that short option play with Wendell Newton and Sam Tumulty. They were just using that in that third and fourth quarter all afternoon long last week against Olivet Nazarene. We've only seen it once today.
And again, another run for Sam. Makes one miss, finds a little bit of grass to the right side. Up to the 42-yard line. He's going to be a few yards shy. So they give him the 43. So it's going to be third down and 3 for the Saints. Finally in plus territory here, though. Single safety here for the Laker defense. 3 linemen, 4 linebackers. They're putting as many folks in the box as they can. They know who they're up against. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Ball right hash here at 3rd and 3 from the Laker 43. Sam's going to run it again. Behind the left side, first down for the Saints. He dives to the 35-yard line. Move the chains for USF.
Back-to-back 7-yard gains by Sam Tumulty. And the Saints, they're ready to go, and the defense is not.
Quick to the line. Yeah, defense nowhere near ready. They give to Wendell this time, and he will pick up about 3. Second down and 7.
Yeah, it was like a hurry-up offense for the Saints. Like, the 2-minute offense. As soon as the ball was down, the offense was ready to go, and the defense was scrambling.
I love it. Change of pace, but that's going to bring us to the end of quarter number 1. No score, defensive battle up here in Arlington Heights with the Saints chasing at least a share of the MSFA Midwest with a win this afternoon. We'll be right back with the second quarter. You're listening to Saints football on WCSF and the USF Sports TV network. Welcome back to Arlington Heights. Nick and Dave with you this afternoon. End of 1 quarter, no score. Saints with the football here on 2nd and 3 as we flip sides of the field. I expect the passing game to be a little bit more effective here as Sam Tumulty will have the win at his back as we switch sides. 2nd and 7 for Sam Tumulty. Right side of him is Wendell Newton. He'll get the football. Nice blocking. Spinning up into the inside the 30-yard line to the 28. He will be a few yards shy of the first down to gain line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for St. Francis.
Well, this is all you 3, 4, 5 yards a crack. You're going to get a first down because that's all you need. 3.5 yards a carry to get you a first down and continue to move the chains. The Saints 3rd and 2 situation here at the Roosevelt 27-yard line.
3rd and 1. They're going to keep it on the ground. And Newton, on the same play, different result as he gets inside the 20. Head over heels he goes, but another first down for the Saints. And we have our first red zone appearance by either offense this afternoon.
And Wendell Newton with an 11-yard pickup. You're starting to see him more in the offense now, getting that push off the left tackle side.
St. Francis has scored 19 times on 26 trips into the red zone. 17 of them have been touchdowns. They like to score 6 from this spot on the field. 4 receivers on the field for St. Francis. Another design run for Sam. He's going to go right down the middle of the field at the 10, at the 5, but a flag comes out in the spot of holding. It sounded like you saw it.
Yeah, well, actually I saw a nice move by Sam Tumulty, but then I also saw the holding. It looked like it might be Peyton Bogie. I was just ready to give him great credit because he made a nice block on the Wendell Newton play to free up Wendell for the big yardage, and this one's going to come back right from the line of scrimmage. First penalty this afternoon, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're correct.
Be the 7th play of the drive for the Saints.
1st and 20, back to the 27. Newton on the right hip of Tumulty. 3 wide outs right, 1 left, ball left hash of the 27-yard line. Snap back to Sam. Another keeper for Tumulty. Another inside run. He's wrapped up around the ankles for a gain of about 4 yards. And you can tell very quickly the step up in class that the Roosevelt defense is compared to some of the other teams that St. Francis has faced today, because a lot of times Tumulty will go 11, 12, 15 yards with those carries. He's only getting 3, 4, 5 against the Lakers this afternoon.
And that one looked like it might have been a little bit out of sorts between Sam and Wendell that time because there was a little bit of a delay, and that allowed Roosevelt to get its defense in line to get a hold of Sam right around the line of scrimmage.
Tumulty to throw. He's going to the end zone for Rayvon. He says he has it. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Johnson.
The side judge was blocked off. He had to go to the back judge, who was just underneath the goalpost. The side judge couldn't see anything because there were 2 Roosevelt Lakers right there. And finally, I looked over to the back judge, and he held his hands up for the score.
An unbelievable play. If indeed he held on to that ball, a perfect throw from Sam, and an unbelievable catch by Rayvon Johnson to give the Saints the lead with 12:50 to go.
Yeah, he was sprawled out on the ground in between the 2 defenders, and you couldn't make it any better than that.
Touchdown number 7 on the season for Rayvon Johnson. Extra points good from Brian. And the Saints lead it 7-0 with 12:50 to go in the first half. What a spectacular play. I don't want to toot my own horn here, Dave, but we said wind at his back, it's going to be a lot more effective passing game, and then they go 25-yard strike into the end zone right away.
And caps off an 8-play, 50-yard drive that took, about 4 minutes. The Saints strike first here in Arlington Heights.
And you know what else I like about that is the running game has been stymied for the most part by the Lakers. And you saw that St. Francis is a bit more multi-dimensional. It's not just Sam Tumulty running the football. He can throw it. He can throw it very well. His accuracy, especially on the deep ball, is what surprised me a lot. This freshman coming in, supposed to go to Augustana, came here to St. Francis. His accuracy in the deep ball is what really surprised me.
Yep.
And he continues to show it week after week.
And that's what we've seen so far between the 2 quarterbacks, Jack Sheehan for Roosevelt and now Sam Tumulty for St. Francis.
Brian the Day will kick off for the Fighting Saints.
Return man will be McFadden. We've seen his speed already today. A nice, long, deep kickoff will go 5 yards deep into the end zone for a touchback. Lakers will take it out. And the 25 it comes with 12:50 to go, 7-0 Saints.
And it'll be nice to see how the Saints go about their defense here. First time it'll be inside the 30-yard line, the first two at the 40 and then the 33. And, of course, the fumble on the last drive.
So do you think the Saints get their takeaway here with the Lakers going into the wind?
Could be.
Roosevelt did pick off Sam Tumulty in the first quarter on a pass that the wind appeared to really knock down. We'll see what happens here with Jack Sheehan under center. Couple wing backs. The wing back right slides to the left. Tenor, the tailback, they fake to him, check down, and they read that play like an absolute book. Pressure was applied by Logan Johnson. The tackle was made by Cooper on the reception. It was a reception to the tight end, Denzel Tolliver, but it goes backward a yard, 2nd and 11. Perfectly played by the Saints defense.
Final score from Davenport this afternoon, Nick, all St. Xavier. Yep. The Cougars 40, St. Ambrose 13.
So the Saints aren't going to win their first outright MSFA title, but they still can win a share of that title with a win today. And then if they do win today, that matchup with St. Xavier becomes a playoff game.
Wow. That is going to be a huge game. Saints got to take care of business, though. And as coaches say, 1-0. You got to go 1-0 today.
2nd and 11. Here's Sheehan. Pressure applied. Hand down him, but he escapes. Fires on the run. It's complete. And a big hit at the 29-yard line. Jermaine Ross lit him up. It's a pickup of 5. Make it 6 to the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 5 for the Lakers of Roosevelt.
Again, just that whole defensive backfield. You got Jalen Cooper. You got Jermaine Ross. You got Scott Tumulty. You got Terrence Nicholson and Angel Mata.
They're out of their minds.
It's been one of the strongest defensive backfields in a long, long time here at St. Francis.
2 receivers on each side, or actually 1 receiver on each side of Sheehan.
Looks like we're going to see maybe a blitz out of Tumulty.
Tight ends go to the right side. They're going to throw. This one might have been batted at the line. Either way, it's incomplete.
Yep, Cam Holmen.
Cam Holmen again with a pass deflected. The defensive linemen have been outstanding at that this year. Too. Ryan King has 2 or 3 pass breakups. Holmen with another one here to bring up 4th down. Really, every level of the defense has been playing spectacularly, especially the last 4 weeks of this season.
Well, let's see how this punt goes now. Again, you're going against the wind. 12-mile-an-hour wind seems to be picking up. See if Scott Tumulty can get a nice return out of this one.
The Minooka kid, Tyler Haas, the punter. He's going to fake it, but he's
Oh!
wrapped up right there, and he's going to go down at the 24-yard line. What a terrible call on that position of the field. And there were 3 Saints right there. Hard to believe that was a called fake, but Haas ran it for pretty much no gain. There were 3 Saints right in front of him. First down, Saints at the Roosevelt 24.
I believe it was T.J. Neal. It was hard to get the number because it was all bunched up. I think it's T.J. Neal. Yeah, he's on the far sideline being congratulated. But like you said, it looked like the Saints had that play scoped out.
Oh, yeah.
Because they really don't usually send pressure in those situations.
You're right. Maybe they saw it coming. Maybe they saw the tape and like this, they like to fake punt it, and they sniffed it out. Sam Tumulty, they're going to start this drive at the Roosevelt 24. Here we go. Tumulty to throw. Nope, he's going to tuck it and go.
He could go. Oh.
Couldn't break the tackle to the 20. To the 20-yard line. He picks up 5 yards.
Woo.
Heck of a tackle, single tackle made by the linebacker.
All I saw was green pasture if he got by that guy.
Ernest Robertson, the tackle, quickly to the line. Tumulty the snap. They give to Wendell, inside run, and he's hit hard by Matt Olivella, the freshman linebacker.
Boy, you really want to get a touchdown here.
Make him pay for that. It's going to be 2nd and 4. Make it 3rd and 4, rather.
Yep.
10.5 to go in the first half. 7-0 Saints. Here we go, 3rd down and 4 for St. Francis inside the 20-yard line. Newton on the right hip, 3 wide receivers right, 1 left, snap to Sam. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Tumulty looking for the edge. She is diving for the 12, and that is enough to move the chains. Another St. Francis first down into the red zone. He is unbelievable.
Yeah, and what he did there was just follow the lead block of Derek Wentworth, who was pulling the right guard along with Wendell Newton. Those two set the tone, and then Sam just pushed to the outside.
Here we go. Newton's turn. He finds a hole, but he's tackled from behind inside the 10-yard line. Great tackling by the Lakers. That one made by, again, that nose tackle, Malik Barbie. It's going to be second down. Quickly to the line go the Saints again. Snap to Sam, give to Wendell, looking for the edge. Cuts it to the 5 and out of bounds, and a hit. And around the 4-yard line.
Almost a late hit
there. It was
there.
close. It was close. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 again at about the, we'll say the 6-yard line. Sam in the gun. Wendell on his right hip. 3 wide receivers right. 1 left is Rayvon. Let's see if they try the fade in the end zone here. Nope. Sam's going to keep it. Finds a hole. Cuts it up the hash mark.
He's in.
Touchdown, Saints. And Sam comes up a bit limp, though. 6 points on the board, but we're going to have to keep an eye on number 12 for the Saints.
Try to see what he's holding there, if it's his
It's an
hand?
upper body. It looks like an arm to me. Swinging gate here on the extra point attempt. Let's see if they like what they see and want to go for 2. No, they don't. Eric Maffey will call the forces back in. And Madej will set up for the traditional extra point. 9:19 to go. It was a matter of time before he showed some sort of pain after a run, isn't it? I mean, like Lee Turnbow says in our home broadcast, he's the human bruise. And he came up in what appeared to be a bit of pain on that. But the extra point was good, so the Saints up 14-zip, 9:19 to go in the first half.
6 plays, 24 yards, 1 minute, 43 seconds set up by the stop on the fake punt that resulted in a loss. TJ Neal among 3 that made the tackle on the play, and the Saints convert.
Last game, what a game that was against Olivet last week. 43-30. Olivet was ranked number 17 at the time. They've fallen out of the top 25 this week. St. Francis up 6 with 3 minutes to go. Olivet was driving to the St. 25. They throw it in the end zone. The pass is tipped minimum twice, maybe 3 times before Jalen Cooper slides underneath it right at the goal line for a touchback. It was an incredible ending to an incredible day.
And one of 4 takeaways by the Saint defense that afternoon.
Tumulty goes for 200 and 200. 202 yards through the air and over 200 yards on the ground. I tried to find out the last time anyone in the country has gone for 200 and 200, but I haven't gotten an answer on that as Madej boots that one through the back of the end zone. It is something a Saints QB has never done, including the great E.J. White.
Yeah.
He never ran for 200 yards in his career, which I kind of found a little bit surprising.
Yep.
I think 163.
Now that you think about it,
I think 163 was E.J. White's longest, most yards in a game. So Sam Tumulty, I think, already can claim the best running quarterback for the Saints. He's done it multiple times this year alone. And how many yards does he have? Because that means he's probably has the second best rushing season of any Saint.
Way to set yourself up for that.
Yeah, right. As long as he's over 25, that means he's in 3rd place, overtaking John Larson, who had 1,059 back in 1987. Sam Tumulty has eclipsed that here today. In 3rd place all alone. First down for the Lakers as they take it at their own 25.
There you go.
Scott Tumulty slides under the feet of the running back Tyler Tenner. He still picks up 5 yards on the first down play.
You know, you see nowadays so many times that guys don't really want to tackle or know how to tackle. And you've even read about it, with Eddie Jackson with the Bears and stuff like that. I mean, you talk about Scott Tumulty. He is so old school. He just he does everything perfect.
I would say that goes for every single defensive back on the field right now.
Yep.
Nicholson, Mata, Cooper, they're all not afraid to mix it up. 2nd and 5 here for the Lakers at their own 30. 8.5 to go in the first half. Sheehan to throw across the middle of the field into traffic. It looks like it was completed. It's going to be a gain of 3, 3rd down and 2 after the completed pass.
Nice pass to Sheehan because Logan Johnson was right on the receiver that time.
Blaze Griffin with the reception, the number 1 receiver for the Lakers. 28 catches, 482 yards, 5 scores, 80 per game for number 18. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Lakers. I wish we had some 3rd down numbers to pass
I think
along
Roosevelt has only had 1 or 2 first downs this afternoon.
I formation here for the Lakers. They go to Tenor, and he'll pick up the first down. And a big hit.
Still going.
Is still on his feet. Tenor past the 40-yard line. Tumulty unable to make the tackle that time. Tenor wins the battle, and he picks up a first down. That's a pickup of about 8 yards up to the 41.
You know, when he got stopped that second time, I thought, where are the officials going to spot this ball? Because he bounced off and then was actually behind the line of scrimmage. I didn't know where they were going to mark him. But then he escaped the tackle from Tumulty. Picked up the first down.
I think Tumulty made the hit, slowed him down. He's like, where's everybody at? Where's my help? First down for the Lakers at their own 41-yard line. Sheehan in the pistol this time. Tenor behind him. They're going to go to Tyler Tenor. Running right, cuts it back, past the 45, falling forward to the 49-yard line. Another 8-yard carry for the freshman running back. Very, very impressive, Tyler Tenor.
Yeah, he got some good blocks that time. You had the defense or the offensive tackle on the right side pushing one of the Saint defenders outside. The guard then pushed the other guy inside, and that freed up Tenor to pick up 8 yards on the play.
2nd down and 2 at the 49-yard line for the Lakers. I formation again. Fullback in front of Tenor, behind Sheehan under center. Tight end will move from the right to the left. 2 wide receivers are left. To Tenor, why wouldn't you? He's hit at the line. He's not going to pick up any yards that time. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 again.
Michael Johnson that time, part of the C&M connection. Michael, the younger brother of Chris, both have had phenomenal years, as has Ryan King. I mean, you talk about any player on this defense, and they've really, really done some amazing things this year. And really, what a difference a year makes.
What a difference not being on the field all the time makes. Having a break every once in a while, an offense moving the football. Another I formation set up here on 3rd and 2. 2 fullbacks. Tenor, the football, tripped up a bit, but he's going to pick up the first down into Saints territory near the 45-yard line. Another 8-yard carry for Tenor. He is going to be an all-world running back. And you know what? Roosevelt doesn't need another all-world running back. They just got Rayvon Johnson, who's been ranked in the top 5 rushers all season this year. He's in his senior year.
Yeah, he had a 300-yard rushing game. I think it was last year.
He had one this year.
He had one earlier in the year this year. Just phenomenal running backs here in the Roosevelt program. But like you said, now the St. Francis defense, what they have to do is push Tenor inside. Once he gets outside, he's going to get some big yardage. And he did each of those 2 drives to get consecutive first downs for the Lakers, who are now in St. Francis territory at the 44.
Tenor, the single back. He'll take the carry again past the 40-yard line. That's another 5-yard pickup by Tenor. Not only is he run like a freight train going down the tracks, but he's very quick. Very quick and very fast.
Michael Whitney coming from his outside linebacker spot to bring down Tenor that time, but not before a 4-yard game.
You want to talk about? Go ahead.
Just under 5 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Saints on top, 14-0 on a Rayvon Johnson 25-yard touchdown reception and a Sam Tumulty 6-yard touchdown run.
A running back on each hip of Sheehan. The tight ends will move to the left side of the line now. Single is Tenor. Throwing, wide open is the receiver this time, up past the 30, and another first down for the Lakers. This time to Jaden McFadden, who's been the favorite target to Sheehan today. 4.5 to go here in the game, but the Lakers putting on their best show offensively of the afternoon.
Yeah, like I said, I believe they had two first downs prior to this series, and now they've had 3 in a row.
4:15 and the clock ticking here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Lakers again. That I formation with 2 fullbacks in front of Tenner. Snap to Sheehan, give to Tenner. They're just going to keep feeding their freshman running back to the 25-yard line. It's another 4-yard pickup. Whew. He is a load.
But again, you got to keep him low inside, and that's exactly what they did. They didn't let him outside. And while he still picked up 3 yards, it wasn't the 6, 7, 8 yards he was getting when he got to the outside. You'd like to see the Saints get one final stop here and head into the locker room at halftime with no more than a 14-3 advantage.
And stick around. Alex back at the WCFS studios. We'll give you a rundown if you're listening via the radio on all the action in college football today. Here's Sheehan. Fake to Tenner. Checks down to Tolliver, the tight end. Spins out of 1 tackle, spins out of 2. Here comes the cavalry, though, at about the 21-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about another 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down, though. 3rd down, and hard to tell from the second. What, 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3?
Yep, about 3rd and 3, and definitely probably 2-down territory here for Roosevelt. So if they don't get it on 3rd down, more than likely they would go for it on 4th down. They wouldn't settle for a field goal, especially still going against that fairly strong wind. It's cut down a little bit, but picks up occasionally. But no doubt being down 14-zip, the Lakers would probably go for it on 4th down if they don't get it here on 3rd and 3.
Sheehan under center, tailback Tenner. They give to him, but he's hit at the line. Still on his feet, though. Cuts back. Flag comes out. Tenner dives forward to the 20. It's not going to be enough for a 1st down. And when your offensive line has to block that long, there's a big chance there's going to be holding, and that's probably what the flag's going to be about.
Well, and I think the hold was against, I think it's either Ryan King or
it's on Roosevelt.
Yeah. Yep. Is that Ryan King? Yeah, Ryan King was out there, and I'll tell you what, he had the offensive tackle right on him, and he was also bringing Tenner down at the same time, which was pretty phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And then, as you said, he got held at that time, and that's when Tenner broke free. And, of course, now they send it back 10 yards. It'll be 3rd and 13 now. First penalty of the afternoon for Roosevelt, and just the 2nd penalty for either team. Both teams now with 1 holding penalty on the afternoon, and it comes with 2:22 left to play here in the second quarter.
Well, now the Roosevelt has to put receivers on the field. They're going to have 3, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Tenner on the right, make it left hip of the quarterback, Sheehan. They're going to have to throw. Sheehan stands in the pocket, fires. That is well overthrown and incomplete. 4th down and 12. It was 3rd and 2 with Tyler Tenner, who picks up seemingly 50 yards a touch, but a penalty drew it all the way back, and just what a killer penalty for the Lakers that is turning out to be. It's 4th and 13. They're going to keep the offense on the field with 2:03 to go in the first half.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it just looks like Sheehan, when he's throwing that deep ball, it's like he's just throwing it and hoping that his receiver gets there. Because that was as quick a release as really there could be on a deep pass.
4 wide receivers, 2 right, 1 left here for Sheehan in the shotgun. Tight end on his left hip to pass protect. Here comes the blitz from St. Francis. Down the middle of the field, it is nearly intercepted by Scott Tumulty, but it goes incomplete. It was right in his breadbasket, Dave, in the end zone, but it falls incomplete. Honestly, it's probably better off that way because instead of a touchback, the turnover happens at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, it was actually, you can probably give a pass breakup to the receiver, Denzel Tolliver, the tight end, and he probably didn't even know it because Scott came into him, had the interception, but then ran into Tolliver, and that's what knocked the ball free.
But honestly, that works out better for the Saints because it's a net of about 11 yards better. Instead of the touchback, the turnover on downs, the Saints have it at the 31. 2-minute drill here for St. Francis, 1:57 to go. They have the wind at their back and 3 timeouts. Blitz shown by the Lakers. They bring one off the edge. Sam's going to tuck it. Good to see him in the game after going down with a bit of an injury. He falls to the 35-yard line, a pickup of 4. 1:47 and counting.
Sam Tumulty with the carry. Stopped on the play by number 32, Caleb Smith, and number 57, Dominic Barbosa.
Clock continues to run. 1:33, and as Nick said, Saints with still 3 timeouts. Both teams haven't used the timeout yet.
2nd and 6. Tumulty in the gun, takes the snap, looking to throw. Fires down the middle, has Rayvon for the first down, up to midfield, and move the chains for the Saints right at the 50-yard line. I was worried after he went out that last drive with what looked to be an arm injury. I couldn't tell which arm it was, but he threw the ball pretty well on that one. First down for the Saints at midfield.
I'm looking for a deep ball to Rayvon pretty soon here.
One safety over the top. Cornerbacks are tight to the receivers. Checks it back. It is Rayvon on the comeback route at the 42-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 8. And a timeout called by the Saints. Under a minute to go. Rayvon is so good. He's so reliable. His hands are fantastic. I can only remember him dropping one ball. And it stands out in your mind because it doesn't happen very much.
Right.
When Rayvon has a drop, it just doesn't happen. Unfortunately, Liam Eldridge not able to go today to relieve a little bit of that pressure. But I am a little bit surprised. I guess you shouldn't be too surprised. They're only going with one safety. But all right, you want to stop Sam Tumulty on the run? That's okay. He can throw it.
And Rayvon coming into today, 34 catches, 640 yards, averaging just under 19 yards a catch. Got his 7th touchdown earlier today and had that nice 75-yard touchdown. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? That was last week, right? Yeah, against Olivet. The one-play drive right after Olivet Nazarene tied things up. Beautiful afternoon here in Arlington Heights. 61 degrees at game time. Plenty of sunshine, just a perfect fall afternoon.
2nd down and 2 for the Saints. Under a minute to go here in the half. Zillinger, the freshman, the first down. A huge hole opened up for him by that offensive line. Here come the Saints quickly to the line of scrimmage. They go. The chains not even able to keep up with this Saints offense. 4 wide receivers. The snap back to Sam. They're going to throw it in route, and there's a lot of contact before the ball got there, but no flag against Rayvon. Incomplete 2nd down. Maybe a hair early, but not early enough for the flag to come out.
Still plenty of time. Ball at the Roosevelt 34-yard line. 49 seconds left. Saints with 2 timeouts left. Yeah, 2 timeouts left.
14-0 Saints looking to add another touchdown on the board before halftime here. 49 ticks to go. 2nd down and 10. Ball's at the 34-yard line of the Lakers. Here's Sam to throw. Fires, has a man wide open. It's Murphy. Dives forward for about an extra yard or 2. He doesn't get too many opportunities, does Jordan Murphy, the freshman. But nice grab there. I think he was some happy feet as he turned around. He was expecting a defender to be there, and he didn't exactly know where to go. He dove forward for an extra yard, so it brings up 3rd down and 3 for the Saints.
Well, as we have this timeout, it's just been a huge weekend for St. Francis Athletics. Starting yesterday with a big upset win for the Saints, or advancement, I should say. It ends up as a tie. St. Francis women's soccer, the number 8 seed going up against number 1 Judson. Scoreless through 2 overtimes, goes to penalty kicks. The Saints perfect on penalty kicks, 6 for 6. Judson misses their last one, so the Saints advance to the semifinal round for the first time since 2015. And then earlier this morning, both men's and women's cross-country teams for St. Francis continue their domination. The women win their 6th in a row. The men, their 6th in 7 years. Individual champs, Omar Paramo, Sabrina Baftiri, and of course, we mentioned it, 68-65, the women's basketball team. So far perfect today, and 2 more games, this one, and then the men's soccer tonight in CCAC tournament quarterfinal round action.
Tumulty taken down behind the line on a 3rd down play. You don't see that very often either. Nice tackle made by Caleb Smith, the linebacker from Bishop Mack. 4.5 tackles behind the line for that young man. Brings up 4th down, and we're going to have another timeout call by Coach Curry and the Saints. Congratulations to Coach Curry, by the way. 10 years as the head coach. 49th win last week, which puts him ahead of Gordy Gillespie on the all-time wins list as a head coach. And anytime you can say you got more wins than Gordy, you're something right. You are doing
Nice little milestone.
Yeah, against a Roosevelt team in which you're 0-2 against in the young existence of Roosevelt. Now, of course, if you want to go back to the Robert Morris days, the Saints are 4-4 against the Eagles of Robert Morris. So mediocre against an Eagle team that was very offensively heavy. They had a really good offense. They were very fast. They had a quarterback before Jack Sheehan took over who was very athletic too, whose name escapes me at the moment, but he was a very athletic kid.
Well, prior to, you talked about it on the trip up here, prior to the Olivet Nazarene win, which it was against a ranked team, the last victory over a ranked team was against this this program.
This entity?
Robert Morris at the time, and the Saints are going to go for a field goal here.
Wow, so we're talking about a 49-yard field goal for Brian Madej. Wind's at his back. Let's see if he can get a boot into it. It looks long enough. Oh, was it? No, just a bit short from Madej. He didn't get enough air underneath it with 15 seconds left to go.
You like to have gotten that 3 points on the board, making it a three-score difference between the Saints and the Lakers, but to no avail. And Roosevelt will come out with 15 seconds left here in the second quarter. Let's see what they
unless Tyler Tenner can break one free.
It looks like they're just going to go. They're probably just going to down it here. It looks like
that's a smart move, I think, for the Lakers going into the win, and the passing attack not really being keyed up this afternoon.
And they will have it to start the second half.
Sheehan will take the snap, put his knee in the turf. The final seconds will tick off here, and we are at halftime. The Saints 14, the Lakers 0 through the first 30. If you're watching our logo and listening to the radio stream on YouTube, we'll be back in a few minutes. If you're listening on WCSF 88.7 Joliet, Alex back in the studios will give you a quick rundown of everything college football related. Again at halftime here in Arlington Heights, Saints lead at 14-0 over Roosevelt.
Lakers 0. Be sure to visit the concession stand off the north end of the home stand. And now please give it up for the Roosevelt University Lakers Marching Band. Under the direction of band coordinator Felix Ponce, the RU Lakers Marching Band.
I am here. Yeah, we're ready when you are, guys. Okay. I'll just take it right off the PSA. Sounds good. Perfect. Thank you. Welcome back out to Arlington Heights. It's halftime. It's 14-0 St. Francis over the Roosevelt Lakers here on the road. The penultimate game of the season. If the Saints could finish this game on top, they will have a share of the MSFA Midwest title for the first time in 6 years, since about 2015. First time that the Saints have been ranked since 2016. It's been a long time since they've cracked the top 25. There was a streak though, Dave, from about 2010 through 2013, 14 or so that St. Francis, popped in and out of the top 25 for a while. It's been a long time since then, another 5 years, but finally the Saints back on top of the into the top 25 and trying to defend that. I want to know the last time they won a game as a top 25 member as well, because getting into the top is one thing, but continuing to win games, you're not surprising anyone anymore. You're not sleeping on people. So
yeah, and that's what they did in 2016. The last time they were ranked in the preseason, coming off that 2015 season where they went 8-3, and of course it was just the preseason poll. The next poll came out. I believe the Saints had lost its first two games in 2016, and then we're never back in the top 25 again until this past Monday afternoon.
Yep, and win will give, like we said, the Saints a share of the title. It'll be the third time that they've been the co-champions of the MSFA Midwest. They were co-champs in 2011, 2015. I'll give you one guess who the co-champion was with. It always happens to be those boys on the south side. But, St. Francis never won it outright. And they're not going to win it outright today. St. Xavier got their win against St. Ambrose on the road, so they're going to split. But, next week, while it might not be an official conference championship game, it still will be an official co-championship situation. If you can play them and go ahead and beat them,
yep.
We all know who will end up being the champion. But that also comes down to the playoffs as well. There's some disagreement between you and I about this, but I'm pretty sure that whoever wins the conference will get that automatic bid into the MSFA or into the NAI playoffs. So that really would mean next week, if the Saints can hold on this week, next week will be a game to decide a playoff position. But even, my opinion was I don't think the conference champions needed to be in the top 20. There may be I may be wrong on that, but I don't think they do. But even if they did, whoever's going to win that game is going to be in the top 20 anyway.
You're exactly right. And while we have the opportunity, check some scores here around the MSFA from earlier today. As you mentioned, St. Xavier all over St. Ambrose, 40-13. Indiana Wesleyan, the number 7 ranked team on the Mid-East side, pummeled Taylor 61-0. Number 10, Concordia, Michigan, 58. Madonna 6. Madonna, a first-year program. Marion, 28. The number 9 ranked Knights defeated Siena Heights 28-6. Lawrence Tech upsets St. Francis, Indiana, 31-28. And games still currently going on. Olivet Nazarene leading Trinity International 41-14 with 6:13 left to play. And we have no score. It should be a final by now, but we have no score between Judson and Missouri Baptist. And, of course, here, St. Francis 14 and Roosevelt nothing.
You want to talk about a conference race that's dramatic? You think the Midwest is dramatic? They got 3 teams with just 1 loss in the MSFA Mid-East as well, and they're all ranked in the top 20.
Yeah,
that's a crazy.
7, 9, and 10. And I don't know who plays each other. Let's see if we can.
I think they've already played each other.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, that's a crazy conference that they might have to split 3 ways. And
Indiana Wesleyan has Madonna left, so that's not going to change. Concordia.
So go ahead and look that up as we get the kickoff underway here to start quarter number 3. Brian Madej will kick it from left to right into a pretty stiff breeze. Short kick, it's a high one. They're going to make a make a play, and he does around the 40-yard line. And it seems like every time the Saints try to punt or kick off, the Lakers start at their own 40-yard line, and that's exactly what's going to happen again here today with 15 on the clock. So who do those top 20 teams in the Mid-East have?
Concordia has St. Francis, Indiana, and Marion has Lawrence Tech.
So they're likely all going to win.
Yeah, all 3 favored, and
that's crazy.
You're going to see 4 teams more than likely from the MSFA be in the be in the playoffs 2 weeks from today. 4 out of the 16.
Here we go. Roosevelt will start our second half with the football. 2 wide receivers right, 1 tight left. They have a fullback and a running back on the left hip of Sheehan. They're going to give to their number 1 back, Tyler Tenner. Bottled up after about 3 yards from the 40, so up to the 43. Nice tackle, and I think Chris Johnson coming up holding his left hand as well.
Michael Whitney on the tackle, Cameron Holmen, and it might have been Jermaine Ross, but that's what you got to do. You got to get 3 men on them, and all 3 have to be below the waist.
Send 3 wide receivers out to the left this time. Very deliberate to the line come the Roosevelt offense. Sheehan in the gun. Tenner switches to his left side. Rushing 3, here comes the 4th. Pass out, and it is complete. Heck of a catch, but unable to maintain his footing is Jaden McFadden out in the flat. Only able to pick up about a yard there. It's going to be second, make it 3rd down and 7. Not very quick with the down marker on the far side of the field. There it goes, flips to 3.
Yeah, it's like a radio delay, isn't it?
Exactly right. It's very rare that my brain works faster than something else going on in the room, but here we go. Sheen's in the shotgun again, has Tenner left hip, motion man from the left to the right where there's trips, receivers. Sheen to throw, fires across the middle of the field, and it is caught.
Wow.
He threw it at the shoe, right at the shoe tops of Blaze Griffin, and he was able to go down and get it. They needed 7 yards. They got 8. They're at the St. Francis 49 as they cross the 50-yard line with the first down of the half.
And that's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to give this Laker team momentum. They've had some good success offensively throughout the season, especially with their running game, as you've mentioned, throughout the first half. And, again, still very much a tight ball game at 14-0.
13:09 and counting here, just underway. 3rd quarter, Saints with the lead, 14-0. I'll try to do a better job saying the score in time a little bit more now that we're radio only. Here's Tenner on the carry. His shoulder down, met Chris Johnson. He falls forward again for another yard or 2 at the end of the run, able to pick up 5.
Number 20, Tyler Tenner, the ball carrier. Stopped by number 50.
You're going to be hearing that a lot here at Robert Morris Field over the next 4 years. Tyler Tenner, the ball carrier.
From Racine, Wisconsin. Lutheran High School.
Not only is he going to lead the league over the next few years in yards per carry, but probably in total carries as well. Just keep feeding the monster. Pistol formation this time for Sheehan. 2 wideouts right, 1 left, Tenner the tailback. They give to Tyler, number 20, another carry up past the 40. And he's just going to run over a couple of Saints for a first down up to the 38-yard line. Whew, he is a load. He did cough it up for his 2nd fumble of the season earlier. The Saints took advantage of it.
Yeah, it's been all him this drive right now. 23 yards, all 23 yards accrued by Roosevelt come from the legs of Tenner.
God, they're just going to ride him, aren't they? Trips receivers tight left this time. No wide receivers out there. I guess they're tight left. The tight end goes right. They're going to play action.
Oh!
And
fumble!
Mata takes it, strips it away. But Sheehan able to jump on it. Mata forces another fumble and gets another sack. This one back into Roosevelt territory, back to the 47-yard line.
That's a 15-yard loss, and the Saints had that one all scouted out because that was a first down play. Not very often do you see a cornerback coming on a blitz on a first down play, but that's exactly what they did. Sheehan was rolling out, coming from the left side, rolling out to the right. Never saw Mata. Mata hit him, and then the ball came loose, and fortunately it landed right where Jack Sheehan fell down.
Mata 4 tackles for a loss this season. His first sack, his first forced fumble. Here's Sheehan to throw. Short route, middle of the field. Chopped down is Tenner by guess who? Number 9, Angel Mata.
Again, that's exactly what you have to do. Take out his legs. He can't go anywhere. And 4-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 21 now for Roosevelt.
And real tough for Roosevelt to get any kind of chunk yardage, at least with the way they've been playing today against this St. Francis defense. the passing attack just has not been there. I'd love to give you some numbers to back up that opinion, but no stats available, unfortunately. 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Tenner switches to the left hip of Sheehan. Ball right hash of the 49-yard line. Sheehan to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Being chased from behind by the defensive line. Fires it. Incomplete. Looking for Tenner, I believe, but a flag is about 30 yards away from the point of attack here.
And I think you're going to get defensive holding on the Saints.
And that's a spot foul, isn't it?
Nope.
Okay.
Just a 10-yard penalty. I don't think it's an automatic first down.
The flag is at about the Saint 30. The line of scrimmage was the Saint 49, and that flag was not thrown at the intended receiver for Roosevelt either. It was really... It was against the Saints. It does remain third down, so I believe it's going to be a third down in 11 or so.
Just the third penalty for the game, second for the Saints, and both have been holding, one on offense and now one on defense.
It would have been a punt situation from midfield for Roosevelt if there was no flag, but now it's third down and 11. How big was that play by Angel Mata? And now the officials are saying it should be first down. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, they are. They're going to.
Automatic first down.
Oh, now it really hurts. A new set of downs here for the Lakers. 10-11 to go, third quarter, 14-0 Saints. A big defensive play by Angel Mata made it second and very long. Another penalty by the Saints gave an automatic first down. They're at the Saint 39-yard line. Sheehan in the shotgun. They're going to check the near sideline here for the play. 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Pistol formation now as Tenner steps back a few yards behind Sheehan, the quarterback. Snap to Sheehan, give to Tenner on first down. They bottle him inside, but he breaks free for a 7-yard run. Tyler Tenner running downhill all game long. Man, is he a tough runner to take down. 2nd and 3 now for the Lakers, approaching the 30-yard line.
Slow, methodical drive for the Lakers. Started at their own 40-yard line, 9:22 left to play in the third quarter. Saints on top 14-0. This is the 9th play of the drive.
2nd down and 3. They give to the tailback, Tenner. Hit at the line of scrimmage, but able to fall backward for another extra yard. Big pile up. They look like he still kept his legs going, but it's going to be a 3rd down and short situation now. And they're going to stop the clock here. I think we have an injured player on the ground. Oh, nope. Jermaine Ross, his lid popped off.
Number 20, Tyler Tenner, the ball carrier.
Oh, there's the PA guy. Missed him.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Roosevelt.
Going to have to make another play here.
Probably going to have to make 2, really.
Yep. I formation again. Tenner under center. Fullback behind him. Tailback, I should say Sheehan under center. Tenner the tailback. 3rd down and 2. They're going to check again for the new play. Sheehan announces it. Goes under center. Takes the snap. Gives to Tenner. Cutting. Hit at the line. He's not going to get there. Angel Mata, along with TJ Neal for St. Francis, able to keep him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down for the Lakers.
Again, you bottle them up inside. That's what you can do. And Angel Mata and TJ Neal did exactly that. So it'll be 4th and 2. Pickup of 1 on the play. Big play for the St. Francis defense right here. 8:17 left to play, third quarter. Saints posting the shutout so far, 14-0.
So the entire world thinks this is going to go to Tenner. Does it, or do they try to?
Well, you got 3 backs in the backfield now.
Fullbacks are in. They give to Tenner. He's hit at the line, but he keeps his legs going. It's going to depend on the spot. Wow, is it going to be close?
He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it.
Nope, if that official's going to mark it right on the side of the 30, it's going to be Saints football at their own 30, a 4th down stop, and Coach Curry loves it. The Saints bench on the far sideline, loving the effort of their defense today. Bottling up Tenner, who averages 10 yards per carry. And the Lakers offense can't believe it. The official, though, had a good spot. He was right there on that line.
11-play drive stopped on back-to-back 0-yardage plays.
Wow, this defense is unbelievable. 14-0, Saints lead it here. They'll take the ball back at their own 30, under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
About an 8-minute drive now for the Saints like Roosevelt had.
They're waiting for a new football?
Had the wrong team's ball, I think.
There we go. Sam Tumulty and his offense ready to go back to work. Rayvon split wide right, 2 wide receivers left. Wendell Newton will be on the right hip of Tumulty. Dan gets the tight end right. There's a snap back to Sam. They're going to give to Wendell. He'll do some work inside. Not able to spin away from the defensive line. He'll pick up 2. 2nd and 8, up to the 32-yard line.
The interior defensive lines for both teams have been really, really strong today. There's been very limited activity in between the two guard positions for both the Lakers and the Saints.
Yep. Everyone up near the line of scrimmage for that Roosevelt defense. Their safeties are within 8 yards of the line. 2nd down and 8 for St. Francis. Sweep motion. Sam's going to keep it, trying to follow behind his blockers, but again, no room there. Maybe a yard. 3rd down and 7 for St. Francis.
Sam Tumulty with the carry. Stopped on the play by number 10, Ernest Potts. 3rd down.
Under 7 minutes to go here, third quarter. St. Francis taking their time here. 20 on the play clock on 3rd down and 7. They finally get the signs raised for the offense to read. They got their play. They'll have Wendell Newton on his right hip. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left. Rayvon Johnson is wide right here for the Saints offense. There's the snap back to Sam. He's going to throw it right sideline. Caught by Rayvon at the 45. He lost the ball out of bounds, thankfully. Saints will have a 1st down near midfield. He caught the ball right at the sideline, tried to make a move, lost the ball. I couldn't tell if it was punched out or if it just slipped out of his hands, but regardless, it just bobbled out of bounds, thankfully, for the Saints, and they'll have another 1st down up near the 49. And how demoralizing for a Roosevelt defense who stopped a very potent rushing attack of the Saints on 3 consecutive plays, only to give up the 1st down through the air.
Yeah, 16-yard pass play from Tumulty to Rayvon Johnson, and Rayvon, I have to believe, is probably getting a little bit close to the 100-yard receiving mark. He had 145 yards last week, probably around 75, 80 this afternoon.
1st down for the Saints at their own 49. Blitz shown by the Lakers. They're going to bring some to the left. Sam's going to run right through the middle between the tackles and only pick up about 2. Tumulty, some tough sledding for him today.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, again, on both sides, all the yardage gained by all of these running backs and quarterbacks, you talk about hard yardage.
Yards after contact,
even tenor. I mean, we saw the
especially
rugby play, I mean, they just keep chugging and chugging. And
I mean, Tenor's running the ball better than Sam is today.
Yep.
2nd and 8. Just across the 50 here for the Saints at the Roosevelt 49-yard line. A little confusion on the Lakers' defensive side, but they finally get set. Snap back to Sam, give to Wendell. Another interior run, and again, nothing doing inside. I'll tell you who's having a great game is Malik Barbie, the nose tackle for Roosevelt. Number 64, he's having a heck of a game inside, as is his interior line mate, number 95, Jake Blackman-Michon.
Saints converted on 3rd down on their last 3rd and 7 situation. This one 3rd and 8. They had the 16-yard pass play from Tumulty to Rayvon Johnson, who's on the near side here, along with Daniel Getch. 2 wide receivers to the left side.
Here's Tumulty to throw on 3rd and 8 toward the sidelines, and that was airmailed over the head of Rayvon Johnson. 4th down. Here comes Madej in the punting unit. Biddet's had a tough day kicking in this direction. The wind at his face. He hasn't gotten it past the 40-yard line yet. Hopefully he can here. The punt, the line of scrimmage is the 49 of Roosevelt. His heels will be at his own 35-yard line when he sets to punt this one away. Hopefully he can get a nice roll here.
Yeah, the return men for Roosevelt don't have like eye-popping numbers, but he's kicked away from them each time.
Here's the good snap. The punt is away.
There you
That
go.
one's better. Nice spiral angled right. Tolliver, the tight end, as a return man making the fair catch. That one right at the 20-yard line. Thank you, Brian. We knew you can capable of that. 4:03 to go. The Lakers will take over again. Chasing 14. So far, Saints pitching another shutout here.
You know, you were given all those numbers about the last time this happened, the last time that happened. We're going to have to look at the last time the Saints might have posted 2 shutouts in the same season, the way they're playing defense this afternoon. Still plenty of time to go. Still a tight contest. Saints leading 14-0 off of a 25-yard touchdown reception by Rayvon Johnson and a 6-yard run from Sam Tumulty.
Which, by the way, tied him for most rushing touchdowns in a season with 14. Here is Sheehan to throw on first down. All the time in the world. Great blocking. Fires on the run. Has his man. It was right near the sideline, but incomplete. He was out of bounds. Looking for the speedster, Jaden McFadden, but incomplete. Second down. It's the longest time he's had to throw the ball today.
Longest time any quarterback's really had time to throw the ball this season. One of the few times that quarterbacks had, that was probably 7 to 8 seconds, if not more.
Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter, 14-0 Saints. Tumulty, again, like we just mentioned, moving to the top of the charts and rushing touchdowns in a season with 14, tying Garen Demery and John Larson at the top of that list. Here's second down and 10 at the 20-yard line for Sheehan and company. A fullback and a running back. They're going to go to their fullback. Nope, that's Tenor, but lined up is more of a traditional fullback, but he goes for no gain, maybe backward about a foot. Look at this defense. Third down and 10 coming up for Roosevelt. They've been getting stingier and stingier as this game has gone on.
And Angel Mata coming from his cornerback spot that time makes the tackle, keeps everything inside with Tenor. And you've seen now, believe it or not, 3 consecutive plays rushing for Roosevelt going back to that last series where they have had no yardage on 3 consecutive running plays.
And here we go again, third down and 10. Roosevelt has it at their own 20-yard line. They're going to throw. In the middle of the field, it is caught, but immediately put down for a 5-yard gain. Fourth down and 5 coming up. Nice stick by number 45, Mike Whitney. And the punt unit on for Roosevelt deep in their own territory. They will have the wind at their back for the punt. Will Tyler Haas, the Manuka native. But Scott Tumulty, if they're going to try to boot this one for some distance, Scotty's going to have a chance to make a play.
Sun a little bit of a factor, but not as much as it's gone a little bit deeper into the western sky, not directly across from him.
Good snap. Haas boots it this time, end over end, very long kick, but right at Tumulty at the 30. He takes it to the hash marks, back toward the middle of the field. The flags come out. Tumulty takes a big shot at the 45-yard line, but I think that one's coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back. I'm trying to get the number. It was
the penalty is going to be a holding penalty. The flag's at about the 30-yard line, so they're going to move it back probably to about the 20. Saints will take over.
Yeah, they got Jamie Sepulveda on the either the push in the back or holding. Yeah, push in the back.
Looks like they're going to see the penalty happen at the 32. They'll march 10 yards back from there for the Saints. They'll take over at their own 22 instead of the 45, so essentially about a 20-yard penalty. 2:16 to go, third quarter. Saints holding on here, 14-0.
Yeah, it's
still looking.
Yeah, it's
still would like another score here.
Yeah,
huh?
most definitely.
And here's another thing to think about, too. If for some reason the Saints don't end up with that automatic bid for the NAIA tournament, your rating matters, and you need to be in the top 20. And a big win today would certainly help maybe push you up a spot or two in the rankings. So the more points, the better here as Sam Tumulty takes it on a quarterback keeper. And again, nothing doing there. No gain. Second down and a long 9, a short 10. Maybe he got a foot or two.
Quarterback Sam Tumulty with the carry. Stopped on the play by number 32, Caleb Smith.
Tell you what, Roosevelt's done a nice job adjusting to the St. Francis offense after halftime.
They're going to have to throw it. I mean, the running game has really not been too effective.
22 yards for the Saints in this quarter. They've only actually had the ball. This is their second series, and it comes with just under 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Both teams doing a lot of running here this third quarter.
Curran in motion right to left. First time we've seen the jet action. He gets the football for the sweep. Turns it up the sideline. Nice gain by Curran up to the 30. Maybe the 31-yard line will make it third and manageable here for the Saints. They had to drop the first down marker as the play went right over that line. So it's going to be at the 30-yard line, third down and 2. Nice run by Curran.
Love to get that first down here and keep the ball through the end of this third quarter.
And the nice thing here, too, is the Saints are going to have the wind at their back for the fourth. Under a minute to go. Third down and 2 here for the Saints at their own 30. Curran in motion again for the jet sweep. Nope, Sam's going to keep it this time. Goes to the right. Bottled up as he dives past the 35. It's a first down for the brown and gold. Move the chains as we go under 40 seconds in the third quarter. Saints lead at 14-0.
They won't have to run another play if I'm not mistaken.
31, 30, yeah, it's right. The game clock and play clock are pretty much identical.
Yeah, it's about a half a second, so you're going to have one play.
Oh, offense is walking off the field, so
right?
I guess they're gonna. They had to ask the officials before.
No,
that,
actually,
right?
yeah, actually the play clock is a half a second.
Oh yeah.
Behind the game clock. So
final 10 seconds. They're going to wind down here, and we're going to go to quarter number 4. We'll take a 30-second break. When we come back, the final quarter. Can the Saints hold on for their third ever share of the MSFA Midwest title? We'll find out in about 15 minutes on the USF Sports TV network. Oh, just 30 seconds. I thought you were going to play a PSA. Good, cool. Heights, final quarter set to go. The stage is set here for the Saints. Can they hold on to this 14-0 lead? They have the football and a first down at their own 35. The sun setting here in Arlington Heights with the wind at the back of the Saints offense. Blitz shown here by the Lakers. They'll bring a few extra guys. Sam Tumulty to throw. Going long right side for Rayvon. Down the sideline, up and incomplete. Nice defense. It was knocked away at the last second by Miles Davis, the cornerback. I usually like that matchup with Rayvon on pretty much any corner in the league. But a nice play by number 0 that time. It's going to be second down and 10.
And the Saints, as we mentioned, going to the north now. That southerly breeze about 12 miles an hour, and it's been pretty steady to their advantage as we head to the fourth quarter.
They've shifted a bit out of the west now, kind of a cross breeze left to right across the offense.
Still very good temperatures, 59 degrees.
Curran in motion. Sam's going to keep it on the fake on the jet sweep, or and he'll only pick up about 2 or 3 yards on the quarterback keeper. They've done a great job on Sam Tumulty, who's the third leading rusher in the NAIA as it stands right now. Jumped up 3 spots to number 3, 147.7 yards per game behind Union's Isaiah Wright and Kaiser's Marquise Burgess. Rayvon Johnson, the running back for the Lakers, at number 7 with 120 yards per game, but out today because of an injury. 3 wide, make it 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Ball right hash, 3rd down and 7 for Tumulty. Takes the snap, he's going to look to throw. Steps up in the pocket, nothing there, he's going to tuck it. Sam running, looking for the corner.
Oh,
face mask. You
there
betcha, every single time. And literally every single yellow flag being held by an official is on the field right now. He made that, committed that penalty right in front of the line judge.
There should be, I only see 6 right now. There should be 7. Yeah, there's the 7th official. So there's 7 officials.
I guess he didn't throw his
Yeah,
flag.
no, there's 7 officials, and 4 of them threw it. So there's no getting around that one, that's for sure.
That's the most obvious face mask penalty I've seen. Right, and it was right at the sideline, too.
You know what was interesting? They had so many of them, they were trying to decide, okay, now which one is my flag and which one is yours?
They're all in the same vicinity, yeah. So the first down will be up to the Roosevelt 42-yard line. Another big penalty by Roosevelt. Oh, and if they score on this drive, that's going to be a tough hill to climb for the Lakers. Sam's going to keep it inside run up to the 38-yard line. He'll pick up 4. You think a penalty like that will fire him up too? Like, the only way you can bring me down is by grabbing my face mask. I'm going to keep running it at you, even though he's actually been bottled up for the most part today.
You know, he did a really nice job there, actually, because he knew he was going to get tackled, but he just sort of like lifted off like he was diving and was able to pick up an extra 2 yards before the tackler was ready to make the stop.
2nd and 6 coming up for the Saints, taking their time. Time is on their side here as they get the play from the far sideline. Wendell Newton on the left hip of Tumulty. 2 wideouts right, 2 wideouts left. Ball at the 40, make it 38-yard line. Come on, Karan now moving right to left. Fake it to him. Sam's going to keep it. Up to the 36-yard line. Only a gain of 3 to be had for Sam.
The one thing you have to be careful of is, as you said, Nick, you're watching that clock. You want to use as much of the play clock as possible. You're doing a lot of running, but still, there's just under 13 minutes left, and you're only up 14 to zip. Mm-hmm. And, you know, if you get a takeaway by Roosevelt, you're very much back in this contest. So, you know, you want to keep that momentum going and doing all the things, because when you take your time, sometimes it just drags, you know, and then the offense is a little bit lazier or lackadaisical. You just want to keep moving the ball down the field.
3rd and 5, Sam to throw, setting up the screen, and it's incomplete, looking for Getch. That was a broken play from the beginning. 4th down and 5 for the Saints. Here comes the punt unit. And here's the difference, too, between, and this is, you know, my observation, the difference between this new Saints that we have seen today and the old Saints. 14-0 up against, you know, a pretty good team in Roosevelt. 2 years ago, they don't win this game. They come back and whatever it is, they fumble it and Roosevelt comes back. But if this is going to be a new era in Saints football, this is a game that maybe you make a stop. You get a big interception. You go down and make that 3rd score. Nice punt here from Madej. Fair catch called for it about the 6-yard line. And nice kick. That's the best punt we've seen from Brian today, and that's going to pin Roosevelt back. Good time for it, too, Mr. Madej, with 12:06 to go in the game. Who's going to be the one? It was Jalen Cooper last week. The big interception to ice the game. Who's it going to be this week to come up with a big defensive play to stop a comeback?
Might just be the whole defensive unit getting a 3 and out, and Saints getting the ball back in good field position.
Angel Mata, Jalen Cooper, Jermaine Ross also out there. Terrence Nicholson, the defensive backs. Scott Tumulty going the nickel package here. 3-3 stack defense, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Nicholson, the corner, coming to the other side, trying to sneak in. And a messed up handoff, but Tenner still makes something out of nothing. It was a botched handoff between Sheehan and Tenner, but he was still able to find the speed and the vision to pick up about 7 yards. Wow, 2nd down and 3 up to the 15-yard line. Heck of a play by Tyler Tenner.
Yeah, like you said, that one was really bottled up between the quarterback and Tenner, like at the 2-yard line. None of the St. Francis defensive players could get there in time, and then Tenner broke to the outside, picks up 7 yards.
Saints are bringing extra guys every play here, but they just keep running to Tenner, and he keeps oh, Saints think there's a fumble, but the officials blow it dead. That's going to be enough for the first down for Tenner. It's going to move the chains for Roosevelt. We have a stoppage of time here as well. Maybe a injured player. Yeah, injured Laker on the ground.
Is that Tenner? It might be Tenner. I thought I saw number 20 before he went down.
It might be. If so, he was injured in the first half, and he came back in, but this one looks to be a bit more painful.
Yeah, that is him, because the Roosevelt offensive unit is coming to the near side, and there is not a number 20 out there. And he was the one that definitely carried the ball.
And it's definitely a little bit more significant than that first half injury was. With 11:24 to go, it's 14-0 Saints, and they help up their bell cow back Tenner, but he's going to have to be helped off the field.
It's very similar to what he was able to come off under his own power in the first quarter. I believe it was in the first quarter, but this time needing some assistance as he's, walking very gingerly on that. I don't know if looks like it might be the right knee or ankle. He had in the first half, he didn't have either ankle taped up, and then after the injury, he had the right ankle taped up, and when he came out after halftime, he had both ankles taped up.
Well, the Roosevelt offense just changed a lot. Without number 20, they become a very different football team on the offensive side. Here it is, 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. Sheehan's going to have to win it himself. Pass across the middle. It is caught at the 25-yard line. He picks up 6.
They've had a lot of success with that pass play over the middle.
And historically, this 3-3 stack defense that Curry likes to run, the soft spot is right in the middle of it. If they want to throw the ball, it's going to be in between the linebackers and defensive backs.
Yeah, they're going to look at that right ankle of Tenner right now.
2nd down and 3 here for the Lakers. Snap back to Sheehan. Going to go to work, firing outside of the right sideline. Oh. It is wide open, but dropped. A big drop for Jaden McFadden. He was all alone. He would have had an easy first down, probably would have made his way near midfield, but he dropped it.
Surprisingly, Angel Mata on the coverage that time, and he gave him a lot of room, like 5 yards. It was about a 10-yard and out play for Roosevelt, and like you said, the receiver just dropped it. He would have had a definite first down. Instead, it'll be 3rd and 3 with 10:36 left to play, 4th quarter. Saints still on top, 14-0. All 14 points scored in the opening half.
3rd down and 3 for the Lakers. Sheehan takes the snap, looking left, quick throw. It is complete. Big sandwich hit on the receiver, but it is made at the 34-yard line for a first down. That one, let me see.
Oh, there's an injury.
Yeah, the whistle. I was looking for
one
a
of
flag.
The tight ends for Roosevelt, the man that was in the backfield after Tenner.
Yeah, Winfrey.
Yep.
He's going to hobble off the field, too, but it's a first down. Jack Sheehan looking good here the last 2 throws. 10.5 minutes to go. 14-0 Saints.
Looks like they're going to try to retape that ankle for Tenner.
Tyler Tenner along with Rayvon Johnson, the top 2 running backs, now off the field, at least temporarily, for number 20. Here's Sheehan to throw. Looking, steps up in the pocket. Still looking, checks it down, has a man, and it is complete. That should be enough for a first down up to the 45. That is a 12-yard pickup for Roosevelt, moving the chains again. Sheehan, I feel like the senior quarterback saying, finally, my time, let's go, let me throw the football.
Yeah, and he's having a lot of success with those short passes. When he goes deep, he doesn't have the accuracy, but right over the middle, 5, 10, 11 yards.
Yeah.
He's got it, and the ball's gone from the 7-yard line to the 45 of the Lakers now.
His offensive line is doing a great job as well. Sheehan plenty of time, but a flag came out before the snap, I believe.
Believe it's offsides on Roosevelt, and that'll finally slow up the Lakers.
You see one of the St. Francis coaches saying, move that way. Let's get the official call here from our referee. Indeed it is. In lining up in the neutral zone that time for the Lakers. Blaze Griffin, the wide receiver, was like, what? Doing a lot of talking with the referee instead of getting in the huddle here. 9:40 to go.
And again, that's a play that, I mean, offsides is a little bit different. You jump and stuff like that, but when you're in the neutral zone, that's
especially for a wide receiver.
Yeah, because they're always checking, and I think that's what he's saying to the line judge on that far sideline, saying, hey,
like, am I good
you
this
said
time?
I was all right.
First down and 15. Sheehan takes the snap, surveys the field, turns right into the face of the St. Francis defense, and down he goes. Cam Holmen with his 3rd sack of the season, and it couldn't have come at a bigger time.
That was just a straight 3-man rush. Sheehan had all kinds of time, and then he was looking left, couldn't find anything because it was great coverage by the St. Francis defensive backfield. Looks right, and who does he see? Cam Holmen.
Blindsided him. It's now 2nd and a mile. 2nd down. The ball is at the 29-yard line. They need to get to the opposite 45. .8:33 to go here in the football game. Saints lead at 14-0. Trips receivers left for Sheehan. Takes the snap. Here comes the pressure from the Saints. Throws it short to Griffin. Upended at the 37-yard line by Terrence Nicholson. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Lakers.
Third and about 17 now, but still definite 2 more offensive plays in this particular series to get the first down with exactly 8 minutes left and trailing 14-0. No doubt the Lakers are not going to punt if they don't pick up the first down here on 3rd and 17.
And the Saints are just going to rush the 3 because why not? Maybe you send an extra one, but they've been getting great penetration. They will rush 3. Here comes a late blitz from the Saints. Sheehan's on the run. Chased down, but a flag comes in. A flag comes in the backfield from the offense. That's got to be a holding, right?
Yep, and it's going to go for a sack for the Saints.
Oshikai Ebakumi, always at the right time, at the right place. But a lot of discussion here, and Oshikai's like, wait a minute, what's the problem? No indication of what the penalty is, but a lot of Saints look very upset about it. Hands to the face and a personal foul.
And that's
going
an
to be
automatic first down.
Yep. Wow. Ryan King, they call with a personal foul, hands to the face. It had to be pretty egregious.
Wow.
It was 3rd down and 26. It was 2nd down and 26. But that's going to be a big penalty for the Saints with 7:38 to go. Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be an automatic first down and puts Roosevelt in St. Francis territory at the Saints 47 with 7:38 left to play.
Now they move the chain. The chain gang has been pretty slow today.
Yeah, once it's a personal foul, it's an automatic first down.
7:38 to go. New life for the Laker offense here. They were dead to rights after a big sack from Cam Holmen.
Need somebody to step up in the middle and pick a ball off from Sheehan.
They're at the Saint 47. Here is Sheehan. Pressure, steps away from it. Fires on the run. It is caught in a first down. A gain of 14. This one to Blaze Griffin again. And they're moving the chains.
And they're retaping Tyler Tenner down there.
I kind of want to see him run again. Sheehan's been lights out throwing the football without his top 2 running backs. Go ahead and get 20 back in there anytime.
10th play of the drive. And still plenty of time. Exactly 7 minutes remaining.
First down, they mark it at the 35. We'll make a 34-yard line of the Saints. I don't know if Roosevelt's been inside the red zone all game. Here's Sheehan to throw. Pump fakes, nothing there. Steps up, fires in the middle to Tolliver, the tight end. Rolled up at the 27-yard line. He'll pick up 6 yards. 2nd down and 4 coming up for Roosevelt inside the 30. Have they been inside the 20? Can you remember a time?
They have not.
Yeah.
They were at the 22. I believe that's the closest they've been.
So not only are the Saints throwing a shutout right now, but the Lakers haven't been inside the red zone today. The pass rushers on the field: King, Holmen, Ebakumi, the 3 defensive linemen for the Saints. Under center will go Sheehan. Play action, rolling to the right. Sheehan looking, fires. It is complete,
I believe,
but shy, right?
I believe the receiver went out of bounds and then made the catch, so it isn't going to be an incomplete pass and a 5-yard penalty on the Lakers. Loss of down, too, I believe.
That's right. One of the officials' hat has come off. So as it sits, it's 2nd down and 3. We'll see what the penalty is going to be.
And the trainer going up to head coach Jared Williamson and saying Tyler Tenner is ready to play.
Wow, tough kid. Lost it down, just like you said. He went out of bounds, made the catch. So no 5-yard penalty, though. They're not marking 5 yards off it. Not yet, anyway. Tyler Tenner, number 20, back on the field for the Lakers. They're all-world running back. I wish we had some numbers because he's got to be at least 6 or 7 yards per carry. Maybe more than that. He's busted a couple long ones. Here we go on 3rd down and 3 from the Saint 27. Big play here for both teams with under 6 minutes to go in the game. Snap to Sheehan. He's going to throw it. Looking.
Got him!
Oshikai gets him down. Ball's loose. Roosevelt jumps on it. Another sack. Ebakumi had one earlier taken away by a penalty. He gets one there, and it sends the Lakers beyond the 35-yard line. Oshikai Ebakumi doesn't get a ton of play on that defensive line, but when he comes in on short passing downs, he is an absolute monster.
Sheehan looking to the right, and Ebakumi coming from the left, and just came up high with the arm to knock the ball loose from Sheehan, knocked it loose, but fortunately for the Lakers, one of their offensive linemen was there to make the recovery, and it'll be 4th and 12 for the Lakers.
5 minutes to go in the game, 14-0 Saints. 4th down and 12 for the Lakers. Here's Sheehan dropping. Here's pressure. They make him step up. He fires down the middle of the field. It is, nearly intercepted by Tumulty. But again, that works out for the Saints. It's a turnover on downs up at their own 36-yard line. It's better to bat that ball away than to intercept it. And I like to just think he did that on purpose. Instead of intercepting it, he just let it fall to the turf.
Well,
the Saints take over on a turnover on downs.
Well, you said who's going to step up for the St. Francis
the
D-line.
defense.
And
Wow.
exactly right.
Wow.
Ebakumi, Cameron Holmen with a sack. And again, they've played well all season long.
And just dejection on the near sideline here from the Lakers. Here's the snap and the give. Zillinger with a big pickup past the 50. He slides down as the Saints move the chains. The clock stops momentarily for the chain gang to catch up. Under 5 minutes to go. Well, they're not going to stop the clock. They're going to keep it going. I thought they were to stop the clock.
Saints in Roosevelt territory at the 49. Now they are going to definitely play that clock game.
Under 4.5 minutes to go. They're going to let the next 16 seconds tick off here on the play clock before they snap it. Sam Tumulty in that shotgun again. 3 wide receivers, 2 right, 1 left. I still wouldn't mind another touchdown here just for the coaches making the ratings. They give to Zillinger. Inside carry up to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 2. 2nd down.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining.
Number 38, James Zillinger, the ball carrier. Stopped on the play by number 32, Caleb
Take this to about 3:20 before they have to run another play.
In the shotgun is Sammy. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. Tight end is on the right, that's Getch. Snap to Sam. Give Zillinger, bottled up, right at the line of scrimmage. She'll probably lose 1 on the play.
And now Roosevelt's going to take its first timeout.
3:17 to go in the ball game. It's 14-0 Saints. Not only have the Lakers not scored a touchdown today, we don't have the official numbers here, but I'm pretty sure they haven't been inside the 20.
I don't believe so.
It's an unbelievable defensive effort. And I know they didn't have Rayvon Johnson today, one of the top 10 rushers in the NAIA, but they did have Tyler Tenner, who ran just as well. And I'm hoping like all these factors are going to come into play when those ratings come out next week. And it matters because you have to be in the top 20 if you don't get that automatic bid to get that at-large bid. So I hope they know how good Tyler Tenner is.
Yep.
They don't knock St. Francis for if they can hold on for winning a game without one of the nation's best rushers. I hope that's not held against them. But logically, realistically, probably will.
Another team in the top 25, ranked number 22, is Culver Stockton.
Yeah, old coach.
Former St. Francis defensive coordinator Tom Sally, special teams coach. Congratulations to him on really rebuilding that program. They had a big game with Grandview today, which is ranked in the top 5.
3rd and 9. Sammy's going to keep it. Just to about the 43-yard line, kind of skimming across the bodies of a couple of Roosevelt defenders.
Snakes his way down, slithers his way down to the 43, and Roosevelt's going to call its second timeout.
Yeah, timeout here, 4th down and 4 to go now for the Saints. You punt it?
I'm punting.
Yeah, with your defense the way it's been playing, especially with the body language from the offense here by Roosevelt, because we're right behind the Roosevelt bench, and just the body language here that's not from a team you think is ready to come back here.
you just have to be careful. Yeah. Obviously, Roosevelt would more than likely go for the block, and the Saints have been solid all year. As far as I can recall, they have not had a punt blocked all season long.
The whistle will summon the teams back onto the field here. Much of the field now in the shadows of the press box. 3:10 to go here in the game. 14-0 Saints. Fourth down and 4. Brian Madej on the field to punt it away for St. Francis. Tolliver and Griffin back to return it for the Lakers. Griffin's the one that you don't want to get it. Put it into the hands of number 11, the tight end. I'd rather have him try to run one back. Angled it right to Griffin. Fair catch called for, though, made at the 10-yard line. So Griffin's going to have to go 90 yards for their first score with 3:05 to go. They're chasing 14, though.
But still, Tyler Tenner back in the contest.
Tackle. Yeah, Tyler Tenner started this game off scarily strong. I think he busted out a 25-yarder, 30-yarder or so right in the beginning of this game. We're like, oh, my gosh, this kid's going to be real tough.
23-yarder.
But I don't think he had another 20-yarder after that. I don't think he had a big run after that. So credit to the Saints defense again, I mean, for pretty much everything they've done. First down for the Lakers at their own 10-yard line. They're chasing 14 here with 3:05 to go in the game. Snap to Sheehan. Fires. It is caught. Ooh, one-handed tackle made by Angel Mata at the 20-yard line. Again, their speedster, Jaden McFadden, the catch.
I'm telling you what, they got some speedsters. You got to make tackles.
4 wideouts. The running back in to pass protect. Pump fakes, and they get to Sheehan again. He gave himself up at the 14-yard line. He did not want to have anything to do with that Saints defensive line. Holmen and Oshikai Ebekumi. Michael Johnson, the linebacker, I believe, was blitzing on the play as well.
And
Michael Whitney.
Michael Whitney, yeah. Whitney, Holmen, and Oshikai.
Wow, huge loss. Second and about 20. Here's Sheehan to throw. Quick throw. Tolliver, the intended target, incomplete. Third down and a mile for the Roosevelt Lakers. You get the feeling now, don't you?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, I am. 2:15 to go, up 2 scores, and they can't throw the ball right now. That defensive line is wreaking havoc right now for Roosevelt. Tenner's really not much of an option. He's in there just to pass protect at this point because the offensive line for the Lakers can't hold back the 3 defensive linemen for the Saints. Third down and a mile here for the Lakers. Snap back to Sheehan. Looking. Has to evade and get out of the pocket. Fires on the run. Is nearly intercepted by Whitney. Nearly intercepted by Whitney. That'll bring up 4th and long. We have an injured Laker on their sidelines.
Yeah, I think it was the receiver. I don't know if he landed on somebody's foot on that near sideline. He's slow to get up. Now he comes.
Blaze Griffin. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll get back up. 2:07 to go.
This is it.
Saints up 14-0. It's going to be 4th down. And 18 yards here.
They said the penalty there was an ineligible receiver downfield. So the Saints declined the penalty, and it'll be 4th down.
Saints fans, parents, family, friends, you should be super proud of how this team has played not only today but this entire season. It's been super fun to watch. Here's Sheehan in the shotgun, 4th down and 18. Fires downfield, and it is intercepted by Cooper. That will do it.
Jalen Cooper.
With 2 minutes to go in the game, Cooper gets another interception to end the game, his 3rd interception of the season. The Saints are going to run this one back, and they will go 6-0 in the MSFA Midwest. They will win a share of the conference title, and for the first time ever, win 6 conference games consecutively. An unbelievable season continues for the Saints.
And how huge will next week be?
Yeah, it'll be the biggest St. Francis football game since, any regular season game anyway, in a long, long time. Here's Sam Tumulty in the shotgun, 2 minutes to go in the game, but it's pretty much academic from here. Wendell Newton will carry it up to the 40 for a 4-yard pickup. 1 timeout remains for Roosevelt if they want to use it. 1:50 to go.
Number 23, Wendell Newton, the ball carrier. Stopped on the play by number 2, Clarence Davis.
Roosevelt has 1 timeout left, but no doubt they're not going to use it unless it gets to 3rd down.
.20 seconds on the play clock. It'll take it down to about 1:06 on the game clock when they snap the football.
1 more first down will seal it.
Sam Tumulty takes the snap, gives to Wendell. Hold on to the football there, young man. He'll push forward up to the 35-yard line, about a yard shy of the first down. Oh, maybe they give him it. Maybe they fall forward more than I thought. No, they're going to step backward. All right, 3rd down and 1 for the Saints. They only have to snap it 1 more time.
Derek Wentworth comes up limping a little bit. That's not a good sign.
No, he's been stalwart on that offensive line at right guard. They only have to snap it 1 more time here. 23 seconds on the play clock, 40 on the game clock.
Need 1 more yard for a first down.
3rd down and 1. There is 1 more timeout if the Roosevelt Lakers want to use it. We're pretty much academic from here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. On the game clock, quarterback will just keep it, fall forward. He picks up a yard, a first down. They're going to stop the clock to move the chains, but that's going to do it. Look at Coach Curry jumping up and down like a teenager right now. He's so excited. Congratulations to him. Coach Curry wins his 50th game as head coach of the Saints. The Saints go 6-0 in the MSFA Midwest, the first time they've won 6 in a row in the conference ever. They will defend their number 21 ranking and, most importantly, win a share of the MSFA Midwest Conference title for the third time ever, the first time since 2015. Congratulations to the 2021 USF Saints football team. What a year so far.
What a day so far.
Yeah, talk about that. This is the third conference title that the Saints have won today.
Yep, third conference title, and you add the 2 individual titles by Omar Paramo and Sabrina Baftiri, and you've got 5 championships today on either the team or individual level for St. Francis. And I tell you what, each of the last 3 Saturdays have been so special with all the teams playing. And this one tops it off.
An unbelievable year, and the drama could not have been written by a Hollywood writer with how this has played out. St. Francis' success, they're going 6-0 in the conference, but your last game is against St. Xavier, a team you're 1-22 against. You're 1-22 against the Cougars, but that game will decide who goes to the NAIA playoffs. How incredible is that?
And what a difference a year makes. We talked about this coming up here and then at halftime, Nick. That game between St. Xavier and St. Francis a year ago was the lowest scoring game in both teams' history. It was 7-0. I think St. Xavier scored in the second quarter. It was raining throughout the whole game. Obviously, there were no fans. And I think the 2 teams combined for like maybe 250 yards of total offense. And now here, what a difference. Not even what I was going to say a year makes. Yeah. It's been months. seven months. Right. And the difference between both of those teams and how important it's going to be at Joliet Memorial Stadium and how special it's going to be at the stadium next week.
Well, we don't have any stats to pass along to you, unfortunately, but the only stat that really matters is 14-0. The Saints throw their second shutout, nearly their third. They almost shut out St. Ambrose on the road. They scored a couple late touchdowns, but 2 shutouts this season for that St. Francis defense, and they won the game today. The offense did exactly what they needed to do. A couple of big plays got them their touchdowns, but the Saints defense allowing 0 points, and they didn't even allow the Lakers into the red zone today. That's how stingy the Saints defense was. An unbelievable win for the Saints. They go to 6-2 overall, 6-0 in the conference. Just the second time a Saints team has won 6 games in the conference. And they will play next week at home against St. Xavier to go to the NAIA playoffs. If they lose, well, it really depends on the ratings. But if you win, you go on and play in the postseason. What an incredible year it's been, and we got one more week to enjoy it. That's going to do it for us out here in Arlington Heights. For Dave Licutta, my name is Nick Jacobs. It's a Saints winner, and they're bringing home some hardware back to the City of Champions. 14-0 over the Lakers. One more game to go here in the regular season next week at the stadium. We'll see you out there. Have a great night, everybody, and go Saints. Oh, my God. Shutout.